The moment love turned deadly, no one saw it coming, because love never announces when it is about to become a weapon. It arrives softly, like warmth after cold, like hope after loss. And by the time anyone realizes its power, it has already changed everything. The land was peaceful then, balanced beneath an open sky. Unaware that a single heartbeat would soon shake the foundations of destiny itself, he was raised to believe love was a strength, but only when it followed the rules written long before his birth. As heir to the throne, every step he took was measured, every emotion controlled, every desire questioned. His world was built on order, tradition, and the belief that sacrifice was the price of leadership. Freedom was a story told to cubs, not something meant to be lived. Yet deep within him lived a quiet hunger for something real, something chosen. She was raised on the opposite side of that belief. Her life was shaped by survival, not ceremony. Love, to her, was instinct, loyalty, and fire. It was something you fought for or lost forever. She had seen what fear could do to families, to entire prides, and she promised herself she would never let her heart be owned by rules designed to control it. She did not believe in crowns, only in truth. Their meeting was brief and dangerous, a crossing of paths where neither should have lingered. A look held too long, a silence that felt alive. In that instant, the world narrowed to the space between them, and something ancient awakened. Love did not ask who they were or where they belonged. It simply claimed them both. What began as curiosity became necessity. They found each other again and again, pulled together by something stronger than logic. With each meeting, walls fell hiss but without fear. Elysium without armor. For the first time, they were not prince or outsider, future king or forgotten lioness. They were simply two hearts, choosing each other. But love that grows in secret grows sharp edges. The land noticed the change before the people did. The air felt heavier. The nights grew restless. Whispers moved through the pride like shadows, twisting truth into suspicion. A leader seen beyond the borders was a warning sign. An outsider welcomed into his trust was a threat. When the elders confronted him, their voices carried centuries of fear, disguised as wisdom. They warned him that love could weaken a king, that passion clouds judgment, that one heart was not worth an entire kingdom. He listened, torn between the lessons he was taught and the truth he felt. For the first time, obedience felt like betrayal. She faced judgment of a different kind. Her people accused her of forgetting where she came from, of trusting the very power that had pushed them into exile. They reminded her of scars carved by royal decisions, of lives lost to pride and dominance. Love, they said, was blinding her. She wanted to argue, but doubt had already begun to grow. The night they chose, love, openly. The sky burned with stars, as if watching closely. They made no promises of safety, only honesty. They knew the risk. They believed love would be enough. That belief would soon cost them everything. The first act of violence was small, almost meaningless. A misunderstanding at the border. A patrol meeting hunters where neither side expected conflict. Words became growls. Growls became claws. Blood touched the earth, and the land remembered it. Once blood is spilled for fear, it never forgets. What followed was not war declared, but war justified. Each side blamed the other. Love became the story used to explain violence, the excuse whispered to make killing feel necessary. The kingdom tightened its grip, claiming protection. The outsiders gathered in resistance, claiming survival. Both were telling themselves the same lie. He was forced into command, wearing authority like armor. Each decision cut deeper than the last. He told himself it was temporary, that peace would return, that love would survive this storm. But storms change landscapes. They do not pass without leaving scars. She became a symbol she never wanted to be. To her people, she was proof that the kingdom could be challenged. To the kingdom, she was proof that outsiders were dangerous. Love had stripped her of privacy, turning her heart into a battlefield others fought over. The fighting spread quickly. Grasslands burned. Rivers darkened with ash. Cubs hid while warriors fell. Songs of honor were sung over fresh graves. Victory became something spoken of, never felt. Every step forward felt like stepping further away from the truth they once shared. They met once more amid the ruins, faces marked by exhaustion and grief. There was no joy in seeing each other, only pain sharpened by memory. Love was still there, but it had changed. It no longer felt like warmth. It felt like weight. Like responsibility. Like guilt. In that moment, they understood the truth no one had wanted to face. The love had not been strong enough to stop the war, and war had been strong enough to poison love. What once gave them purpose now demanded sacrifice. The final battle arrived without warning, fueled by desperation and pride. Neither side could retreat without losing everything they believed they were fighting for. Sigh. The sky darkened as if mourning what was about to be lost. Thunder rolled like a warning ignored. In the chaos, they found each other again, surrounded by fire and fallen bodies. For a brief moment, the world slowed. They fought side by side, not for crowns or borders, but for the memory of who they had been. Love burned fiercely, not gentle, not safe, but unbreakable in that instant. Boo! When silence finally fell, it felt unnatural. The land was scarred beyond recognition. The kingdom stood, but hollow. The outsiders survived, but broken. There was no true victory, only the end of killing. Love survived too, but not in the way stories promise. It did not heal the dead or erase the past. It lived on as a reminder, etched into memory and land alike. A warning, whispered by the wind and carried by the stars. From that day forward, the story was told differently. Not as a romance, not as a tragedy alone, but as a lesson. Love is powerful. Powerful enough to inspire courage, and powerful enough to destroy. When love turns deadly, it is never because love is evil, but because fear chose to use it as a weapon.